I was 8 years old and read Gibbon's Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, all 3 volumes. I was always curious about how the Roman would we suffer a similar fate. How would our Congress ever give up its authority to a tyrant? And I think over the last 8 years, we've seen that happen, where all of a sudden they don't care what the emperor does. In that case, it was Obama. More and more ceding more and more power to him instead of doing their job and watching what's going on. And that's what we've seen here. And that's how we got these people let in with no vetting, because the administration just went ahead and did it as if they were royalty.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I don't like to use cliches very much, but the power corrupts thing, because the senators and congressmen in America have far more power than they were ever supposed to have. And they all go up there and they get co-opted by greed and power, and they lose themselves. And that happens all the time. And that's what's happening to the country. Congress, the power in Congress needs to be cut in half. They should never have the power of life and death over America.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, great call.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Gary. Call us again. I always love getting your
Gary.
calls. Take care.
All right, brother.
Let's take a call from Jasmine in Chicago. Jasmine, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Listen, I just wanted to make a comment about, I was watching the news the other day, and it was like the day of the terrorist attack, and I saw a bunch of, as I call them, the Democrats, up on their podium talking about gun control. And I was laughing because I'm looking through the story, and I'm like, where were guns used for this? I mean, I know he had some guns on him that were like BB guns or something.
Yeah, it was a paintball gun and a BB gun.
But real quick, let me just tell you, in Chicago, we just had a situation at a Starbucks store where the news reporter was talking about this guy that got shot inside a Starbucks. There was like a drug thing gone bad. And I'm looking at it, and right outside the store, there's a huge no gun zone sticker on the door. And I'm like, well, damn that criminal. Can he not see that sign that says no guns allowed in this property?
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if it's just me, or am I just like really, really stupid, or do criminals not pay attention to those signs?
Yeah, well, and there you go.
Imagine that. I mean,
it's criminals don't obey laws, period. I don't care. Adding an additional law to think that a criminal is going to obey the additional law that they've already broken other laws is the definition of insanity. And for these Democrats to keep pushing gun control, thinking that it's going to solve a problem, is sheer insanity. What is wrong with you people? Criminals don't follow the law. It's that simple. Get it through your thick skulls, you Democrats. That's exactly right.
When they install metal detectors at coffee shops with gun-free zone stickers on them, then I might be concerned. But until then, I keep it in my pocket. They don't need to know. I'm sorry. I'm breaking a rule. I'm breaking a law. I'm going to protect myself. Yeah. I need my coffee.
Is a shooting still going on every weekend out there in Chicago?
Oh, it's like you take a breath in, take a breath out. Someone gets shot.
Ooh, could the city limit signs have gun-free zone stickers put on them? Would that work?
How many people in Chicago actually obey that law? I mean, are law-abiding people now breaking the law and carrying guns to protect themselves? Is that happening out there?
I think the law-abiding people are either moving to the suburbs, or someone like me who has my my FOID card, and I've got my gun, and whenever I go to a movie or a restaurant, as soon as I see that no gun zone sticker, I'm going somewhere else.
That's good. You're voting with your feet, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
We had a baseball stadium.
I don't like to be a sitting duck for anyone.
Yeah.
We had a baseball stadium here, Tiger Stadium, before we had our new stadium. And my son went to a ball game there, and he left his gun, and his wife left his purse in their car in locked parking, paid parking. It's supposed to be watched. And when they got back out, the window was broken, her purse was gone, his gun was gone. So he called the Detroit police. The Detroit police came. After about 2 hours, they came, showed up, and said, well, why the heck did you leave it in the car? why don't you just do like we do and carry inside? Nobody's going to say a word. And that's what the police told him.
Wow.
Now at the new Comerica Park, they have
metal detectors.
Metal
or they wave you
detectors,
down. Yeah. So you can't carry into public
Right.
places anymore. But yeah, that's part of the problem with being a concealed carry guy here in this state. There are places you just can't take it, and your choice is A, don't take it, or leave in the car. And either one's not a good answer, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or just don't tell.
Yeah.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. What else you got, Jasmine? Anything?
Well, the other thing is that it's just very ironic to me that the only time I ever see our beloved mayor, Rahm Emanuel, on TV is the other day. He was just, being very narcissistic about what a great mayor he is. He just got the NBA draft or something that's coming to Chicago for the first time. And I'm like, well, that's real good, except that most of those athletes are probably going to get shot before they get up to the podium.
Well, they'll have bodyguards, right? And they'll have a ton of
that's right.
security there. So, those guys get the special treatment, the extra cop coverage and everything else to keep them safe because they're the elite. Where the average person in Chicago, man, woman, or child, doesn't have that protection. They're at the mercy of whatever criminals are running around with AK-47s or 45s or whatever they want.
You know why I carry a gun, right? Go ahead. You know why I carry a gun?
Why do you carry a gun?
Oh, it's like because I can't carry a policeman.
That's right. I saw that on there. It was a good one, yes. Especially if they've eaten too many donuts. I'm only kidding. I'm going to say this, though. I got pulled over the other night for speeding, right? Driving through Salem. You know where Salem is,
Yeah.
right? And I normally am very careful, and I had come from my son's band concert, and I was speeding. My mind was a million things going on in my head. And I see the cop, and I'm like, I must be speeding. I pull over. He pulls up behind me. And I'll tell you what, I have not been pulled over by an officer in probably a decade, right? At least. And the difference from the last time a cop came up to my window to this time was night and day. This officer, he was a sheriff, was nervous. He was stressed, right? Walks up to the and very, and I turned on my lights, put my hands up on the wheel and everything, and then waited. I didn't go for any of my stuff until he came to the window and flashed and said, "Can I see your stuff?" And I said, "It's in here," and I grabbed it and I gave it to him. And I was polite. I did all the right things. Yes, sir. No, sir. Blah blah. Sorry, sir. Because I felt bad that I would actually that fast. And so he goes back, and I'm like, "Oh, God, so much for my insurance rage," But he comes back, and again, still nervous though. And I think when they pull that up, they see that I'm a CCW holder as well. I'm sure.
Were you carrying?
I was not carrying because I don't carry real often. It's just a hassle, right? If I want to stop for a beer somewhere, I don't like carrying a gun if I'm going to stop for a beer somewhere. And so he comes back and he goes, "Mr. Wellings, I'm just going to give you a verbal warning this time." And I was like, "You are awesome." I said, "Thank you so much." I said, "Be careful out there." I said, "I really appreciate that. You're really helping me out." And he's like, "I understand. Have a good night." And backed away from my car, right? And I've never seen that. Most cops just turn and go back to the car. This guy backed away. And I'm thinking, that poor guy must be just nervous on a daily basis. I mean, imagine putting yourself out there on a daily basis, especially in the evening when it's dark like this, and pulling somebody over. So thank you to the sheriff's department and that officer. I couldn't see his name, but he was a great guy. So he was doing his job and doing it well because you know what? I learned my lesson. You didn't have to give me a ticket for it.
There was a period of time that myself and my son and a couple others felt that having a CPL or CCW was a get-out-of-jail-free card for being pulled over. It seemed like every time we tell the cop, the officer of the law, "Hey, I'm carrying. Where is it? Oh, it's in my pocket. As long as it stays there, we're good. Go do a check. Come back. You're free to go. Don't do it again."
Yeah, I don't know if that the other thing I thought was I had the Trump sticker on the back of my car, and I'm thinking, here's a guy that's law enforcement related. So there we go. Well, Jasmine, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
It was the oddest thing, the difference of night and day from what cops, I think, had to go through 10 years ago to today has got to be enormous. And so, let's all have a little bit of gratitude for our Leos, right? And make sure that you thank them when you see them. Even if you're just in the coffee shop or on the road, thank them for their service because I think it's important.
I saw one drive by the other day. I had him roll the window down. I said, "Thank you. Just thank you."
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so there's our music going out. It's a hard break, and I think after the break we have Congressman 7th District Tim Walberg calling in. So we'll see all of you on the other side of the break.
People are always hours on the go, driving to work, running errands. How do they keep informed? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for the latest issues, discussed by hosts like Joe Pags, Fayron X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business with Wham Radio and whamradio.com. Whamradio.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. While ISIS claims responsibility, investigators want to know how Tuesday's terrorist truck driver suspect was radicalized.
Authorities so far believe Saifullah Saipov self-radicalized in the United States and acted alone.
Fox's Brian Yennis. 8 were killed when Saipov plowed a rental truck into a crowded bike path in New York City. Bo Bergdahl is free. He has admitted deserting his post in Afghanistan and was held captive by the Taliban for 5 years. Friday, he was fined, his rank reduced to private, and he was dishonorably discharged from the Army, but no jail time. Reaction from one who served with him.
We're all just very disappointed. I don't think that we're surprised. I think we kind of thought this was going to happen, even though we all wish and hope that he would have served, at least
you
some
thought this would happen. Why
jail time.
Former Army team leader Matt Vierkant on Fox and Friends. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm Gary Wellings, chief editor of The Current and The Daily Drift. With today's internet environment, it's easy to get information overload. The best way to process this information and cut through the internet chatter is to get your news delivered in a concise and effective manner. Get the news you need to know at thedailydrift.com. Check out The Daily Drift, one of the fastest growing websites around. At The Daily Drift, I find the local, state, national, and international stories you won't get from the mainstream media, and I make it easy for you to link to them. You'll also get original common sense opinions from local writers. You can even get a free subscription that will deliver a link to your email inbox every day for free. You'll also get instant access to all archived podcasts of the Drift Radio Show and links to the best articles, opinions, and websites. Go to www.thedailydrift.com. That's the news you'll need to know at thedailydrift.com.
Your bridge to recovery and wellness is WellBridge. WellBridge is redefining the rehabilitation and nursing care experience with the most amazing resort-like care facilities you've ever seen. Their driving goal is to provide each guest with an epic experience. And in their pursuit of excellence, WellBridge asks each guest to complete a customer satisfaction survey after their stay. To date, they've earned a satisfaction rate of 100%. Here are some of the comments received. This is my home away from home. This place is outstanding and everyone is super kind. I am beyond pleased with all the care I received. The staff is so passionate for what they do and it shows. This was my mother's 3rd stay here and she always loves it. I've referred this place to many already. My stay has been fantastic. For rehabilitation and nursing care, ask for something epic. Ask for WellBridge in Brighton, Fenton, Novi, and Pinckney. Now looking for talented nurses and certified nurse assistants to join their growing team. Learn more at thewellbridgegroup.com. WellBridge, your bridge to recovery and wellness starts here.
It's been 5 years since we met Kelly Brighton, just before her weight loss surgery.
I was almost 300 pounds. Because of the Michigan Bariatric Institute, I've lost the weight. I now have the tools to keep it off. I am a better mom, I am a better wife, and I'm just a better Kelly Brighton, I think.
Begin your journey. Try a free monthly educational seminar at St. Joe's Livingston. Visit stjoeshealth.org/MBI to learn more.
And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to Catch Our Drift. In the studio with Ed Bonderenka.
Hey, good to be here.
Good to have you here, man. Let's take care of a little business. If it's Saturday night, it's the weekend. If you want to do something fun, go to Burroughs Roadhouse out in West Brighton. 5311 Brighton Road. You can reach them at 810-227-6000. They do a Sunday brunch, and there's coupons in the Current, COURANTonline.com. There's some other coupons, $15 off any 4 dinner entrees. So if you got a couple of couples going out for dinner. It's a good thing to do. Starting October 20th, so it's all this month.